Celtics Hawks Game 3. More action, bringing it to you, NBATraining.com. Going to be educated. Now, I don't advise the rolling the ball in bounds, guys. I mean, unless you're, I don't know if this is going to be a trend, but as you see, Marcus Smart, very, very annoying on defense. He's looking for every opportunity to get involved in the play. Unless you're down by a lot trying to save the clock, which the Hawks weren't at this time, I don't advise it. So, but hey, and that's why I really don't, Anyway, I'll stay away from that for now. This is still just trying to get as much in as I can. Now, on warm-ups, as you see, I got this here because, you see the guards, Marcus Smart shooting from deep. If you're a guard, you're going to want to get comfortable as deep as you can just so you can, change the game if need be. Now, this is a nice little in and out drive, just trying to get in the lane and cause problems, driving, kicking guards. That's what you're also going to want to be able to do to cause problems, is get into that lane. Not really necessarily to score per se, but just to get in there to shift the defense around, be able to make certain plays. As you see here, DeJounte Murray, pick and roll action, was able to, make his decisions, and ultimately he was unpredictable, and that's why he was able to get to the basket as comfortably as he did. Plus, he had the size advantage over White. There's just certain guys athletic, such as Jason Tatum as well. Just kind of hard to stop once they get in there. Nice pass, by the way, too, by White, finding them. And as you see, that's why these guards, they get paid so much money, man. Just being able to read the game in a very quick amount of time, very short amount of time. Being able to read and analyze what's going on, where the ball needs to be. There's a lot of one-on-one going on in the NBA, and that's why, like I said, for my beginners, we're not going to be starting here. This is for more advanced players, but it is NBA training, so I had to put something about the NBA on here, okay? So I'm just breaking this. And plus, this is the highest level of basketball you're ever going to find. Not only is it NBA basketball, but it's the playoff game. That was a nice pull-up. But it's at the same time, I don't think you guys understand how good you have to be able to have the green light to take these types of shots. You know what I mean? And anyway, Tatum, another bad shot, and that's, like I said, these are freaks. These are guys who can take bad shots and make them. That's why they do it. That should have been a foul right there. I'm not sure what it was called. Nice behind the back with Marcus Smart. He's going to have a nice athletic finish. That was nice. Celtics, obviously, in control of this series, and showing why. So here we are here. Trae Young again, in control. Everybody knows he's in control, so there's no question about that. But now we're able to see, kind of visualize some of that, and it's a nice thing to do. It's nice position to play, being able to have that kind of comfort to make those decisions, have to trust your teammates and coaches. Probably a privilege that we all want. Nice. That was a really nice thing. Here's something about Jason Tatum. He's got some crazy handles. After being able to see him in person like this, it's like, I got to give it to him. He's got some real shifty handles for somebody his build, his height, and he's tough. Nice unselfish play with Marcus Smart. White with another three-pointer. He's really improved that outside jumper. That's really going to help this team. With Malcolm Brogdon, White, I think he's going to make that. Anyway, the Celtics have a lot of point guards. That's what I noticed. They got probably about 5 guys who can capably play point guard. Okay, they got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Brogdon, obviously White. That's 4 right there, and then Marcus Smart, obviously. So the only person who's really not doing that is Horford. Nice reverse pivot. So you're seeing some nice skills. That's going to be the best thing about this page. And this isn't really even broken down and edited the way I want it to be. But that's cool because this does give me the chance to talk about what NBA training is all about. And you're just really going to have to watch to find out because it's too much. Oh, nice. That's a nice give and go assist by Marcus Smart. This team, as you can tell, they're pretty comfortable playing with each other. No one wants to be necessarily the hero, and I think that's kind of what's happening. They have all settled in their roles. Everybody kind of knows who's who. They're going to need each other to actually do some things. And DeJounte, he's one of those playmaking guys who's came in to the Hawks team and made an impact. And I see Trae Young and him have doing something similar. That's why these games are competitive. Oh my goodness, that was a nice lob. Did he finish that? I don't think he did, but man, that was a nice lob by Trae Young. And Brogdon, as I see there, he's one of those tough guards. It reminds me a little bit of Chauncey, just being able to use some of his weight, some of his strength, some of his power to be able to do what he wants to, everywhere on the court, including inside. Um, so yeah, so yeah, guys, I'm just gonna be really just looking for things to correct, things that need improvement. Things that need improvement, things that need improvement that I see. Um, Trying to interpret the game. White, another three, and it is in there. Man, goodness, he wasn't shooting like that last year. So that's a good thing. I'm glad that he's doing that because he represents my hometown. So that's something that is a good thing to see. And once you get to the NBA, I mean, that's gonna happen. You're gonna make a lot of improvements, because you're gonna be able to have all the resources all the time, all the all the right teaching, all the right facilities and trainers and everything. So you're gonna get better and you're gonna get stronger. You're gonna have everything. So that's why we all want to do what we can to try to get there, because the NBA is gonna bring the greatness out of you, and you're definitely great if you're there. So that's a nice square up. Now Hunter, he's really impressed me. He's somebody that I like watching. He's like a poor man's Jason Tatum, I'd say. If he keeps working on his game, he's got some real upside potential. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on him, that's for sure. I really like his game, especially to be that high. Nice float. Oh my goodness, that wasn't even a floater. That was an alley-oop. This guy White is really earning his keep. I mean, is he lobbying for a contract somewhere? I'm not going to say no max nowhere, but some starting contract somewhere. Okay, the way he's playing, I respect it. See what I'm saying though? You got Jason Tatum at the point. It's like they take turns. You know what I mean? They take turns, and they got a couple big men create some pick and rolls and just do what they do. It's really like an unselfish one-on-one team. Now, I'm not sure how many games that wins you, but it's definitely looking like it's working. And like I said, I think they recently was in the finals, so obviously it works. So like I say, I'm not a big fan of the Celtics, but I got to call what I see on the court, and they look comfortable out there, especially in East. I don't know really who in East is going to give them too much of a headache. You know what I'm saying? And that was a nice pass and dunk, give and go. This is fun to watch. This was a game where the Hawks really had, they came out. I think that home crowd energy really was on their side, and they took advantage of that. It was a fun thing to be at and see. Just the atmosphere was something else with another nice block shot. So they put it together this night. That's a really nice job by Trae. They was on a run. And you see, basketball is like it's a game of runs, and momentum. That momentum, that crowd just makes you play at a different speed. It takes something out of the opposing team, which is why timeouts are often called. It looks like another turnover here. Hawks running again. What do we have? Strong drive and another finish. I think that's Johnson, another young guy. The Hawks really want. See, they got a new coach in Quinn Snyder in. I really wish they'd have kept Nate McMillan around a little longer. But hey, they're trying to figure it out. I think they're going to do that because I like their tools once they kind of settle in together. I think that's when you're going to see them do some things. I mean, Quinn Snyder really just came in, I think, mid-season, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, what much can you really expect from him? And another thing that I see for these big men, the game has changed, but I don't really understand why so many big men become jump shooters and it's accepted. I mean, I guess they're capable of knocking it down, but a guy like that just took that shot, you can clearly see that that's not probably his primary skill. I think you need them on your team, let them do what they want to do. And that's kind of how that goes. But for me, until your shot is really that comfortable, like a Kevin Durant or Nowitzki, I'm not sure I'd be getting comfortable or advocating for guys to get comfortable with that. I mean, do it in practice. Do it in practice as much as you want on your own. But as far as in games, it's just something that's probably not the most advantageous thing for your team. Like you see right there, you got Bay, that guy on the perimeter. Now, I'm not sure what his skill level is at shooting, but it's just an interesting thing.